So especially with the new second quarter earnings released and some insane news that came in for the company recently, there certainly is a ton of just insane stuff currently happening to Clover Health Investments stock again. Also seeing some crazy now more than 13.6% gaps again in just the last few days, only since the pullbacks from the spikes to over $9 as a result of the earnings. And as this also means that we are now seeing some first gains up from the major support level we talked about in the last video. What we are going to do today is give you an updated insight into what is happening to Clover Health stock and break down exactly whether it is still a buy at the end. And as the analysis in the video is absolutely crucial to consider before buying the stock, make sure to stay tuned. But before we jump right in, just hit that subscribe button down below. And as we'll keep you updated on breaking news and awesome trading opportunities every single day, subscribing would not only help us but also you. So there is really no excuse for not smashing the subscribe button. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe if you feel so. Alright, so let's start talking about the company. And there are still some really important factors to consider here, including of course the mentioned earnings as well as several critical fundamentals, product infos and short squeeze data, which we'll look at in a moment. But as this is one of the areas in which the company has certainly seen some astonishing growth lately, as we'll also see in the earnings report, which we'll take a look at in a second, we'll definitely have to start with one of the most important things when it comes down to Clover Health, its main product, the Clover Assistant. So, as you probably already know, the company essentially offers a highly trained artificial platform, known as the Clover Assistant, to dramatically improve treatment for the now even larger than ever customer group, focusing primarily on Medicare-eligible patients, while allowing doctors to do a lot less work, obviously also saving a lot of money due to this as well. But in addition to that, the platform continues to impress further with its excellent scalability, being very hard to achieve with regular employees. And these major improvements the assistant now certainly brings with it also explain the incredible numbers it was able to pull lately, indicating some significant growth to previous months. In fact, Clover Assistant currently has about 100,000 lives under its management, an increase of 230% compared on a year-over-year basis. Furthermore, it is currently estimated that just the assistant alone will be able to generate over $1 billion in income for the entire year. And despite having talked about this more detailed in the last video, we'll still have to briefly go over the new pretty important earnings, also reporting some amazing numbers this quarter, starting for example with an increase in sales of more than 140% compared to the second quarter of 2020, while now sitting at a whopping $412 million for only the second quarter of this year. And even if we just look at the first one of 2021, which had marked an already impressive $200 million in revenue, we can still see some massive 100% gains here as well. So with the then somewhat additional cash, Clover subsequently reinvested massively in the company, including a whopping $107 million simply for new employees and general expenses. But in the case of Clover, and we said this before, there's another factor that sets it apart from a ton of its competition: the recent massive spikes in price. And it literally gapped up more than 450% on exceptionally high volume, making it one of the most talked about Medicare Advantage insurers. But retail traders, in particular, have pumped up the stock on forums like Wall Street Bets, owing to the significant short squeeze potential it had before breaking out, with short interest topping 43% as of first breaking out. So as a result, we were able to see something similar to the large short squeezes that occurred in January, with the price gapping up significantly as shorts were forced to cover their positions. But it's precisely the for those needed short interest still being extremely high right now that makes Clover Health such a compelling investment again, especially after recent 64% pullbacks up to the recent gains. And, with prices currently hovering around $8 and more investors willing to buy at more reasonable amounts, these reduced prices could imply even higher return opportunities. So if the company is now also able to continue to meet or even outperform its expectations in recent revenue, the stock definitely has a ton of upside potential again. Alright, if you liked this video and want to support our mission of providing free financial information here on YouTube, please ensure you're subscribed and definitely consider leaving a like. Thanks a lot, and see you next time.